Hello, hello, it's time for another look at a brand new pair of Q Acoustics loudspeakers. Or is it? Well, yes, it is. This is a brand new pair of Q Acoustics loudspeakers, but it's a lot more than that. This is Q Acoustics Q Active 200, and that is an entire high-resolution audio system contained within two speakers within one box. So I'm going to get it open and you can find out exactly what I'm going on about. So, what is inside? Well, first of all, some hefty old packaging. Some more. There's going to be a lot of this, I think. Plenty of packaging. One loudspeaker. A second loudspeaker. So that's stereo sound, so already we're in business. Oh, and some mains plugs, which, if you didn't know already, is going to tip you off to the fact that not everything is just loudspeaker business as usual here. Right, so we'll get these speakers out of their bag. We'll get them both out actually, because Q Active 200 are not two identical speakers. I'll show you what I mean. I mean, they're pretty unusual looking before you start, right? Beautiful white cabinet, nicely curved, very decorative and a nice matte finish, but really unusual and distinctive looking, and you can see that they're not quite symmetrical. Let's look at this one and find out exactly what's going on here. At the front, well, there's a Q Acoustics logo first of all, which is your guarantee of quality. And so above the logo, behind this very decorative grille, there are two balanced mode radiators. This is a method that Q Acoustics has used to get an extraordinarily widescreen sort of dispersal of sound from a very compact and discreet loudspeaker. Around at the back, there's a reflex port. There's also a cutaway, which allows you to plug the speaker into the mains, and some switches that we'll discuss in just a moment. But I think more important than that right now is this view from the side here. At the back of the speaker, there's a subwoofer. It fires in that direction, and it fires onto a waveguide and to a fixed boundary. This basically means that the speaker is always the perfect distance from the surface it's firing onto, which means that you can position these pretty much anywhere in your home that you like, and they won't be fussy about it. And so the other speaker is configured the same, but differently. And so with the drivers offset like this, you can see that there's a left hand and a right hand speaker, but they don't have to be arranged like this. You can try this out in your own home and find out whether having the drivers to the outside or to the inside is going to work better for you in the environment in which you put them. Having this level of flexibility at the front and this arrangement of the subwoofer at the back makes Q Active 200 among the most forgiving and the most straightforward loudspeakers to position that you can buy. Now, I know I said a moment ago that this constituted an entire high-resolution audio system, and that is very nearly the truth. All that this needs now to be good to go is the contents of this box. This is the Q Active hub, and on the box it says contents: one hub, one remote, one power plug, one HDMI cable. So I'll open this up and we'll find out how this all joins together. Right, what's inside the small box? There is a remote control handset, always useful. There is a wireless hub. I'll take that out of its bag in a moment. There's some mains power in there. There's an HDMI cable and some more mains power in here. But it's the hub that's the business part of this. It's small, but it's perfectly formed. And this is what is going to turn those two lovely loudspeakers into an entire high-resolution audio system. And the way it does that is simply by allowing you to plug in any source you like into the back of here. There's left and right analog inputs, and those are switchable between line level and phono stage level, so you can put a turntable in here, no problem. There's a digital optical socket for your CD player or your games console or anything else with that kind of output. There's an HDMI ARC socket, so you can get sound out of your TV as well. There's an Ethernet socket, in case you don't want to use a Wi-Fi if you want the absolute network stability that having a hardwired Ethernet connection brings. There's a pre-out for a subwoofer, in case you're just crazy for bass. And then there's a power socket, so this can plug into the mains. So this, in a nutshell, is how it works. You have your two speakers, you've decided which constitutes left and right channel, and you have put all of the sources that you'd like to listen to into the hub, whether that's your record player, your PlayStation, your TV, because HDMI ARC means that you can take the audio from the TV without interfering with the picture, and you plug them all into the hub. The hub then converts all of that information into a high resolution digital signal, and it streams it wirelessly to these speakers, which means anything you want to listen to, whether it's vinyl, whether it's Netflix, whether it's the soundtrack to an Xbox game, can all be delivered here in high resolution quality with absolutely no pain whatsoever. And then the reproduction is as good as you've come to expect from Q Acoustics. And of course, it doesn't stop with physical formats like LPs. These speakers are equipped to deal with Apple AirPlay 2, with Roon, Spotify Connect, they work with Alexa or Google Cast. So no matter how you want to access your music, whether it's on a smartphone or a laptop or a tablet, you can stream it wirelessly to these speakers, and then you can enjoy it in a sort of quality you wouldn't have thought was possible. Now, honestly, this system would sound great just standing on this desk, but in all conscience, I can't recommend that as the best thing to do. Q Acoustics has developed a bespoke pair of stands to put the Q Active 200s on. They're called FS75, and honestly, they go together in a flash. So it's simplicity itself to listen to all of your music, or indeed the whole planet's worth of music, painlessly, straightforwardly, and in really high quality. And in terms of control, it couldn't be any more straightforward. There are controls on the front of the hub for input selection and what have you. Input selection and volume control on the back of the speaker itself. There is this full function remote control, and if you have Google or Amazon devices on your network, these will work with Google Assistant or with Amazon Alexa voice control. So basically, if you can't get this system to do what you want it to do really easily, you need to have a look at yourself. So fundamentally, what has happened here is that Q Acoustics has delivered superb high-resolution audio from a system that comprises of two small, beautifully made and discrete loudspeakers that only need plugging into the mains to let you hear the world's music at absolutely no effort whatsoever.